Hi guys, welcome back to another session of Cat Sitter Corner, and welcome back to the Finicky Cat channel. This week's episode, we are still talking about exclusive services and setting boundaries and how to go about doing that for your business as a either solo pet sitter or small cat sitting company. There are times where you need to take a step back and really take a close look at what you're doing for your business. So today we're going to be focusing on what exclusive services may mean for your business. And, well, where do you start with pricing? You'll get a lot of advice for pricing coming from a lot of folks. This is, first of all, shop your market. Do a price check within your market. And when I worked in retail, and I did retail for decades, it was not unusual for us to get an assignment to go into the competition's store and do a price check on certain high desired items, and to make sure that we were within the competitive market, and then we knew where to either set a price for a new product that we were bringing in, or it allowed us to figure out what kind of a sale price we could get away with doing to attract new business to our business, which of course in pet sitting we always say don't discount yourself. Well, we shouldn't, but there are times you may want to decide to do that for very special reasons. And we're going to talk about that in a whole other episode. So basically, when you're looking at setting that boundary as a solo sitter or a cat sitter, your services at that point become exclusive. And that means that price point should go up. But what constitutes an exclusive service? Here's a list of what I think are exclusive services within the pet sitting industry. Cats or dogs that have very specialized medical needs. Most people will contact a cat sitter because they know the neighbor isn't going to be able to pill the cat or give the cat liquid medication, and that's just the very basic kinds of things that you might have to do. With cats, you may also have to do diabetic shots, you might have to do sub-Q fluids, they might ask you to trim their nails. There's a number of exclusive items within that realm that a standard pet sitter or dog walker may not do. And if they do them, they're going to charge extra for them. As where I advocate as an exclusive service, it's all baked into my pricing to begin with. Exclusive kinds of services that most pet sitters don't provide would be 24/7 live-in care. And to be careful when you go to price that is you want to be sure that you're pricing that at least a minimum wage price point. You deserve to make at least that. Lots of pet sitters are getting out of the business of providing overnight care. And again, many of them are getting out of that niche because governments and state regulations are now starting to require that people who provide overnight services, even if they are sleeping hours, those services have to be charged at least minimum wage. So a lot of the pet sitting companies are getting out of the overnight care portion of it because they feel it's simply clients can't afford it, or their clients won't be willing to pay that. So as an exclusive service, you can look at offering that at a reasonable price point. Something I do in my business that's exclusive to my business is what I call the clean sweep, for clients who are gone a week or longer. And for me, that involves I will come in. And of course, with cats, you have not just cat fur flying everywhere, you got kitty litter being tracked everywhere. So I come in and I will do a clean sweep with their vacuum cleaner. Make sure that sink is Fly Lady Clean sink. If you don't know what Fly Lady Clean means, look it up. You'll figure it out. If I had done overnight care, then I will do a KB bed make for their bed. And again, if you don't know what that is, you can look her up and see how she makes a bed. And so when they come home, that they are actually not just coming home to a flop in the bed, that it's a hotel-made bed. It looks really good. So those are little specialty things that, as a solo sitter or a cat sitter, we can get away with doing. It's making sure that Fluffy's bed is, yes, it's covered in cat hair, but it may be that we pull it the night before, the day before, we send it to the washer, we wash it, we dry it, and we put it back on the bed. Those are some of the things that I do. And those are just little special touches along the way that take you from being just a everyday pet sitter or dog walker to ramping up your services level. Some of this you may not want to do if you're planning to scale your business in the future, because at that point you're going to need to be able to train your people to do the same things, and you may or may not want to make that commitment. So keep that in mind. The other thing, I studied a lot of the Disney customer service levels, and one of the things that is really stressed in there is anticipating your client's needs. Now, for my business, again, as an exclusive service, I offer a section in my reservation software where I ask for their trip information. The reason I ask for their trip information is if their flights are delayed or whatever, that I can track them. That do they need that extra visit? All those kinds of things going on. And again, larger pet sitting companies don't do that. They require the client to contact them, as where I'm tracking the client's information. And if I already know that we're going to have serious flight delays in a certain part of the country or a certain part of the world because, France is having another transportation strike, I can reach out to the client and say, hey, you're on vacation. You may not be aware this is going on. Please keep in touch with me that if you need extra visits. And again, that is stepping out above and beyond and making sure that the client is taken care of as well as their pets are taken care of. I see Lily's leaving us today. So that is what I'm talking about when I talk about exclusive services. Just really anticipating that client need before the client even realizes they had it, or anticipating that client need and it literally wows them when they get home. As far as price points and things like that, you'll need to look at what you need to live on for your own household and then determine how many visits you need to do at your current price point to meet that financial need, and do that survey of your sitters, other companies in your area. What are they charging? And then factor in and then what I like to say, add tax. Add your tax to that. What are you worth? What is your value? What is your value that you're bringing to your pet sitting business. So if you're pricing yourself below your minimum wage in your area, you're not helping yourself. You're actually, especially in this inflationary season of our country, you are losing money. It's costing you money to run your business. So you need to at least get yourself up to minimum wage, if not a good 30 to 40% above that. That's it for today. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I really appreciate those who have already joined me in Cat Sitter Corner. And I'll see you next week on the next video.